My son seems to not be tolerating his tube feeding formula. He keeps throwing up and his poop is all wrong. I want to change him to blended food, because I have heard that it can be awesome.
Maybe you are feeding him too fast. We could try slowing down his feeds or putting him on a pump.
I'd really like to try the food thing though.
If he still doesn't adapt to the formula, well, we can try another one. Or maybe his doctor would prefer he got a J-tube instead.
Did you hear me? I have been reading about using real food and how it has helped so many people. It seems like common sense to me, just blending up food. Will you help with a diet plan?
No, I'm sorry, I can't help you with a diet plan. Why would you want to do that when formula is the best thing for your son?
I am starting to think that formula is not the best thing for my son. Also, I think food is what people are meant to eat. Since you're a dietitian, I thought you might be, into that. Besides, there is no medical reason my son has to have formula.
Food is not what tube-fed people are supposed to get. That's why they invented formula. It is complete nutrition in a can.
But my son is throwing it up. That can't be right. And how can any one formula be complete, when science finds new nutrients we need in nature every time I open a magazine? What does it matter how the food gets into my son's stomach anyway?
Our department's policy is that formula is right for tube feeding. We believe that formula is safest. Besides, blended food for tube feeding is unhygienic. It risks infection.
I have never given my family food poisoning. I am not stupid. I know how to handle food at home safely. How can using a blender and syringe make it any more dangerous?
You cannot make it sterile.
My dishwasher does not sterilize my dishes either. You must have a pretty clean house if you sterilize your plates and forks at home. Food is not sterile. I'm not sure you were thinking this through before you were answering me.
Well, you'll clog the tube.
That is just wrong. It seems like tens of thousands of people do this with no problem. If you blend properly, it is fine. Are these your answers or just something you get told to say?
You shouldn't believe everything you read on the internet.
The internet is where I found all your bullshit reasons for not giving my son food. Do you feed your children formula, since it's so easy and complete and good for you?
My children do not have feeding tubes in any way. Preparing a balanced diet and blending it up takes a lot of time and effort. It is not easy.
Really? Only as much time as cooking for the rest of my family, or preparing food for my son if he could eat early. That's a stupid argument. How hard can it be to make a balanced meal and blend it? My other children are healthy and they eat what I make.
But you cannot ensure all the calories and nutrients your son needs from just blending food.
Can you even hear yourself? You are a registered dietitian, telling me that people can't meet their daily requirements from food. Seriously?
Well, yes. To tell you the truth, most people these days are malnourished, even those with excess weight. That is why we give supplements.
Even if I thought you were right, why couldn't I use a supplement too? I think you're just being stubborn now. Are you going to help or not?
Using formula is the policy of this department, and refusing to feed your tube-fed child according to prescription is the same as not giving them their medicine. We have to call Children's Services if a mother refuses to give their child the drugs they need.
You are shitting me. You are going to call Children's Services because I want to feed my son a healthy diet. You know that there is loads of evidence that using blended food can lead to all sorts of health improvement, right? Besides, my friend in another city has a dietitian help with his daughter's tube food diet. Why can't you do the same?
No, I am not shitting you. My supervisor would get mad if she knew I let you feed your son blended food through his tube. I could lose my job.
Okay, I am through here.
There's no need to be like that. I am just doing my job. Look, don't tell anyone I told you, but if you really want, then just blend up some applesauce, corn syrup, Carnation instant breakfast and canola oil if it will make you feel better.
I'm sorry, I seem to have come to the wrong place. I'm not sure you even know what food actually is. Goodbye. Good luck choosing your lunch today.